Hi, my name's Michael Travers, and over the last year I've come to terms with the wonderful game of D&D. Now, I'll be honest, I've been aware of this game for quite some time, but it was never something that really interested me. I guess truthfully, I think there's a lot of stigma that comes with it, and that was something I wanted to avoid. But about a year ago, some friends of mine decided that they'd buy some of the books and give it a go, and I tagged along. Board games were never really my thing, but to my surprise, it was amazing. And I thought, after about 6 months, I thought I'd give it a try myself. So I started running a game. This has got to be easily one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done in my life. There was definitely some learning curves, and luckily there's a great community on YouTube and, well, all over the internet. So there was a lot of resources, a lot of places I could turn to for, help and ideas. And I just thought I'd see if I could give back a little bit after 6 months of what I would consider to be a rather successful campaign. So hopefully this should be quite a short video. I'm hoping to do quite a few, but we'll just see. But this was the biggest lesson that I learned during my time as DM. Still ongoing, there's always things to learn, but there was this one almost epiphany that seemed to really change how I ran the game. For me, one of the hardest things to learn, to adjust to, was the fact that I wasn't writing a story. A lot of us, anyone who's interested in this type of thing, might write themselves. I do. Quite a few of the people that I play with have done, and I think it's a natural assumption that you're going to write these grand epic campaigns, but the truth is it's never like that. One of the best things I saw is it starts off as the Fellowship as the Ring and ends up as Monty Python Knights of the Holy Grail. That has definitely been my experience. But putting that into practice, as actual useful advice that you can use, if I could sum it up into just one piece of advice, it would be this. You don't write stories, you write scenarios. It took me a while to get to grips with that, and to be honest, I still slip up every now and again. But what I mean by that is, not that you don't write stories, of course you do, you can create the world. Mine's a homebrew campaign of just different fictional characters that I've ripped off and historical places, and it's just a big, fun mess just to see what would happen. And it's been amazing, but I wanted to initially write these nuanced plots and these intrigues that would span across the whole campaign, and then one of the party members will just kill the person outright, just completely destroy a plot, or genuinely not try to actively destroy the campaign, but will just do something different or not be interested. So this is where I start to come to terms with writing scenarios. You need to create the world, you need to know the backstories, or at least the motives of the people within it. You create the locations and you set up the current events. But you don't plan what the character's going to do. You just let the dominoes fall as they will. You create a forest scene with some whatever creature you want, but you don't assume that the characters are just going to fight it or talk to it or anything. Every time I've planned for one thing, I have been consistently surprised. Maybe that just comes down to the fact that I clearly think differently to my party, or that members of the group actively try to just surprise me. But even so, a small change of just creating the situation and seeing what unfolds really helped, and it has drastically changed and improved my games. It might seem obvious to some of you, and therefore you're probably quite good at running the game, but if anyone's just starting out like I was 6 months ago, that was the biggest piece of advice that would have been useful, without a doubt. So hopefully this is quite a short video, we'll see. But I really wanted to just get this across, and I'm hoping to do more on these, and I might refine how I do it, I'm not really sure. I just thought I'd give it a go and see if this could be useful for anyone out there.